Hello everyone, my name is Cherie and this is NaNoWriMo 2025, week 3, day 16. So just a little recap, I am writing a screenplay based on the new Dogma 25 rules, and it is something that I will be able to shoot locally within the next year. So as the story goes, the protagonist, Sarah, needs to get over the hill from Santa Cruz to Silicon Valley to see her dying father. And her car doesn't start. She gets offered a ride by someone with an electric car, but their charge runs out. So she ends up having to walk and go to the bus stop. And a lot of shenanigans happen along the way, preventing her from getting to her father sooner. So where I left off yesterday was that she had taken the Highway 17 express bus over the hill and got to the Campbell stop, or took the light rail to the Campbell stop. But then I was thinking, what if because she was falling asleep on the bus because she's had a day so far. So what if she kept sleeping, missed the hub, the Dearden station, and went on to the college, San Jose State University. That's the last stop. So I deleted a half a page that I wrote yesterday and inserted 6 pages I wrote today, doing that scene where now she's kind of like in downtown San Jose and she has to get back to the light rail. And this is going to showcase various landmarks in San Jose, like the Zoom headquarters and the Adobe headquarters and the Civic Center and et cetera, et cetera. So I was really happy with how that panned out. And after I wrote that, I'm like, I really should put something in about that hints at what the problem is, because she's estranged from her father. And so what I think I'm going to do is there's a scene before she gets to the station where she's at the train. There's this train that goes from Santa Cruz to Felton, this little logging town area. And so she's resting there after she had to chase a dog and give it back to its owner. So she's resting there and she talks to either the conductor or an old timer who's waiting to get onto the train. Not sure which, but and I think there is where hate to say it, like an information dump, a backstory dump, gives you a little more information as to why she is estranged from her father. And right now I'm leaning towards it has to do with the father was more supportive of the brother. The brother kind of did really well in Silicon Valley, and she's just like a starving artist in Santa Cruz. But the father never really supported her dreams and stuff, because he was more of the generation of, it's the mill who is always the breadwinner and stuff like that. Older generation. So I might touch on those things, maybe have the old man say something to the effect of, your father's always gonna love you and he probably really misses you, and it'd be a good idea, to not have him die before you guys can reconcile, basically. So I think I'll write that scene tomorrow, and then I can move on with when she actually reaches the house of her brother and sees her dad. NaNoWriMo, day 17. This morning I wrote the scene between the old timer and Sarah, and it's the talkiest scene of the movie. I don't think it's going to get me over the 50% line as far as the ratio of dialogue to action scenes. So anyway, yeah, I'm happy with it. I think it's going to be kind of like the heart of the story. We'll see how it plays. I'm going to have some people read the script in December and give me their unbiased opinions. So yeah, happy with that. And tomorrow I will start writing the scenes at her brother's house. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye. NaNoWriMo, day 18. I was only able to write 3/4 of a page today because I was really busy packing up. I'm going to be house sitting for a week, which is also why I'm shooting this week's wrap-up sessions on my iPhone instead of my iMac, because I just wanted consistency, and since I won't be around my iMac starting tonight, I just decided to shoot on this. All right, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. NaNoWriMo, day 19? Shoot, I didn't check the calendar. I think it's 19. I wrote 2 pages, and she's finally got to see her father, who's asleep. And so she's kind of happy about that, because then she doesn't have to talk to him. So I just left it where she's in the room with him, because her brother makes her go in and just sit with him. But what I really wanted to talk about was I saw a couple of I saw a movie without dialogue, and then I saw a movie that was mostly without dialogue. So the movie without dialogue is called The Thief, from 1952, I believe. And it's a noir spy kind of espionage movie, and no dialogue, which it's a gimmick. It didn't quite work. They used the soundtrack, like the music track, to compensate for the no dialogue. So it was a little too bombastic for me, and a little too, this is how you should be feeling right now. But it was an interesting exercise, for anyone who's trying to do something without dialogue. The main problem was I didn't care about the main character, because I didn't know his motivations. Why is he taking photos of stuff and sending it to the unnamed foreign country? Yes, his character does kind of have an awakening at the end, but if you don't care about the character in the first place, then it just doesn't really matter as much. So, and then the next movie I saw was Alice from 1988, and it is half live action, half stop motion, based on Alice's adventures in Wonderland. This one didn't have any music that I recall. It had a lot of sound effects, Czechoslovakian, and it was just, again, the character of Alice, she kind of just goes into this wonderland and lets stuff happen to her, doesn't have much agency. So it was kind of boring. The stop motion stuff was very jerky, I felt, and very repetitive in the motions that they were taking, the characters, and I don't know, it wasn't my thing. I got bored after a very short time. But again, another interesting experiment. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't have music in that one. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by these chickens, and so I want to show you these chickens because they're so cute, and then I have to go to work. Hi, look at all you. I'm sorry I don't have food for you. All right, NaNoWriMo, day 20. I finished my rough draft. Ended up on page 67, cried at the end, which is good because hopefully the audience will cry at the end. So now I just need to rewrite it, make it all nice, and reread it and see what I need to add or take away, and then do the rewrite. But it's day 20. I'm very happy that the story is all there now. I did want to touch a little on the Dogma 95 movies. I have been watching, I've watched 2 and I'm halfway through another one. And what I'm realizing is those movies were really talky, and they weren't super cinematic, like the shots. So that's probably why this new Dogma 25 movement is like, you can only have 50% dialogue, and you know, you need to be like cinematic. So it's kind of like a reversal almost in a way. Okay, well, I will see you tomorrow. Bye. NaNoWriMo, day 21. I read the entire script, timed it. It took 58 minutes, which honestly, I was like crossing off stuff and kind of going back and forth. So I think it's really going to take like 55 minutes. I feel like the ending scene needs to be a couple of pages longer. And, you know, because it's the final moments and it just seems to end too quickly. So I'll have to do something there. But yeah, it was interesting that it's at about an hour now. I don't know, yeah, and that's not including credits, you know, so it will, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying I think it needs to be a little longer, but maybe it's fine. You didn't want to be in the video anymore? Okay, we'll go over here. So anyway, I'm just babbling now. I will see you tomorrow. Nikki and I are going to be doing a Zoom, and we'll talk about our progress at that Zoom. All right, bye. Hello, everyone. It's Cherie, and this is day 22 of NaNoWriMo, and I'm here with Nikki, and we are just going to do a little recap and talk about where we are right now with our NaNoWriMo projects. So, Nikki, I feel like I've been talking a lot because this is going to go at the tail end of my vlog with all the wrap-ups. So let's have
okay.
Have you been able to work much on it? Because I know you've been busy this month.
Yeah, it's been super busy. So the first couple of weeks of November, I did some traveling. I went to Thailand for a couple of weeks. So my NaNoWriMo, it was amazing. There's vlogs to come, so don't worry. If people want to watch Artist Archives on YouTube, it's coming. It was so good. So I got back just a few days ago. So I've started my NaNoWriMo from the 17th, Monday the 17th, to give myself 2 weeks instead of the 4 traditional weeks. It's been good. It's been really nice to dive back into the project. So for people who don't know, I am reworking a fantasy project that I wrote many, many years ago. And it's been a weird but really fulfilling experience to jump back in and try and get into the headspace and the voices of characters I wrote like 10 years ago. It's been crazy. But it's been really nice. And I've been doing a lot of world building work on it. That's been my main focus for this week. It's a bit weird when you're editing something because the word count sometimes doesn't really matter. But what I'm doing is copying and pasting previous chapters over, sort of adding the world building, changing the chapters around. So we're on chapter 3 of my book at the moment. And we are on, let's see, I can say the exact words, 3,900 words. It's not terrible.
So what's the normal book?
For this genre, 90 to about 120,000 because it's a fantasy. So they give you a lot of leeway. Whereas if it was a thriller, maybe 80,000. The original draft, and when I say original, it's probably like the 6th draft, which is where I left it, was 105,000.
Oh, well, that was right in the zone. Yeah. I am actually at that place where it's kind of world building because I finished the script 2 days ago. And then
congrats.
Well, you know, rough draft, but thank you.
Yeah.
And
nice.
I read it yesterday, and then today I am like marking, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm highlighting all the pages that have stuff that I need to go back and research. And a lot of it is, since she's going down all these streets in Santa Cruz, I don't know which street she's going down. Like I put, you know, an upscale street, but I'm going to need to know what street we're shooting on. So I need to research what are the upscale streets in Santa Cruz. So just a lot of like, it's kind of world building because like now I'm going to learn where everything is there.
The actual real world research.
Yes. And so today I'm going to do that stuff. And then hopefully tomorrow I'm going to rewrite it because I made tons of notes when I was reading it yesterday. It took me about an hour to read. So it's going to be around an hour-long movie.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I totally used up one notebook, so now I have to start my next notebook.
Wow.
And
You've done so
rewrite
much.
it.
That's amazing.
But you
I
know
feel like
what?
you basically hit the nano goal. And
I
it's a 20-second
did.
day.
But you know what? It's so, and it seems like I've done this every year. If you just do 3 pages a day, you can write a script in a month. You really can.
Yeah.
So what I think I'm going to do is, again, rewrite it so that I have the document that shows that I hand wrote it. Because when you do the dogma stuff, if they certify it, like you would get a certificate that you could put at the beginning of your film. This is dogma 25, certificate number, whatever.
Okay.
So that's a goal. And then on the last day of the month, I think I'm just going to type it so I can do the, like getting the scene numbers in there and start doing all the real stuff you have to do to prepare for the shoot. And at that point, I will know how many pages it is, and I will know really about how long it's going to run. So that will be my my November 30th thing. Now, I don't know if you want to get together on the 30th. And
I think let's do it.
Do a recap. That's a Sunday. I know you're busy on Sundays.
The final day. I am. I think if we finesse the time, I think we can do it. Maybe, but obviously we need to calibrate our times. So I usually leave my house at around 3
p.m.
to then go to church. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I go to the evening service.
Well, then we could do. I could do a 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. for you, or, I can get up at 5 or 4, but that
6 is already sounding very early.
I'm used to it though. I'm used to it.
Because we can do an hour-long sprint.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, for everyone watching, we will see you on November 30th, and hopefully you can join us for a live stream. All right.
See you there.
All right. Bye.